Hey booktube, it's Novelist back again with yet another video. Ooh, sorry, I had to cough a bit. So, this is a haul video. Not only will I be like filming like stuff I got from books, but also things outside of books because I'm interested in other things also as well. So let's start like with like small things, okay? Starting with like the Artist Loft water brush markers. So it's a dual tip. You got the one side that's like tiny, almost like geez, can I show you? Okay, kind of like this, right? And then you have the other side which is more brush like, which I actually quite like, especially when I'm like dealing with, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I have to like angle this out. But yeah, I like it for bullet journaling, and I'm trying to see if I can use some of these colors, these unique colors on my books. Now I already know that some of them bleed through some of my books, especially through the books that have like thin paper. But yeah, I have a few colors. I'll like insert pictures of what they are at a later date. I'll like swatch them, but for now, I like these. If you are looking for a cheap alternative for like the Tom Bro pens, markers are like what at my store, which is the Michael store, they're like what $3.49 each for the Tom Bro, and that's what everybody uses in bullet journaling and all that stuff. I'm sure people can get big packs, and I don't know. I think Artist Loft, they have like different similar colors to it, and it's not as but it's not probably not as big as a variety. So check your local Michaels and also look online and look at other people's reviews about it. But yeah, there's that. Let's start with like what I have on now. Okay, now then, I got new prescription eyeglasses. Yes, these are not sunglasses. These are eyeglasses, and they have like a nice purple tint to it. Um, I believe I'll like link a screenshot of what I got for my eyeglasses, but like the frames cost like 14. No, the frames themselves cost $19, and the extra stuff was all like that I personally added, so it all ended up plus shipping because I live in a no sales tax zone. Plus shipping, that's all like 46 something dollars. Either way, I like it. However, I realized I probably fucked up. I probably should have gone with like a regular color. Cause here's the thing: when they said tint, I thought that they meant like like with my old glasses, I used to be able to go out into the sun and like my glasses would turn dark, and I thought it was gonna turn purple when I'm in the sun. Now it's purple all the damn time. That's my mistake. But it looks cool though, you know. I'll probably like wear my other glasses when I'm like in a professional settings, but when I'm like going to school, this is like my real updated prescription, and it's from I Buy Direct. Not sponsored. I'm too damn small for that. But hey, if you want to sponsor me so I can get new glasses that's not really that tinted, and yeah, let me know. I'm pretty sure if I gotten a second pair, like I would have gotten free shipping, but I was like, listen, I only got this one. I'm good with this one, and I really wanted a clear one. My only problem was that the size is kind of a bit too small. But then again, I could always go to like my local BJ's and like you know how like they can like heat up this part to like kind of bend it over. Yeah, I'll probably have that happen to make it more curved. But yeah, that's it, and it's really snug, which is why I should have gone for like a slightly larger one, but I didn't see one that was like for the frame, the basic frame that was affordable for me. And it's already kind of dirty to the sides because like each time I put them on with makeup on, like obviously the side's gonna pick up the makeup off, and when I take them off, like you would see like little like my real skin underneath the foundation and contour. Okay, but I like it a lot. Okay, giving me like 70 vibes. I like add more pictures because I know horrible lighting, you know. Okay, speaking of oh yeah, first things first, I got this lime green. It looks like I wish I gotten a larger one, but I couldn't find a larger one. But this one was from Rainbow. Rainbow is more like a kind of cheap, fashionable. Before there was ever Fashion Nova, there was Rainbow type of deal. Yeah. So I got this from Rainbow. This is a size extra large, and as y'all can tell, I'm big busted. Okay, I'm big busted. I should have gotten for like I don't know 1X, but I didn't find one in a 1X. This was like the only one that was extra large. So I was like, so now if it's like I don't know like a those crop tops, at least I can like strap them in. But I was like, no, I don't like doing that. So there's that. What else do I have on that I also bought from Ross? I got these pointed shoes. Here's the thing, I don't like pointed shoes, but these are mad cute. And I think for like the top, I got for like what $12.99, and this one what $12.99 as well. They had a sale going on because like they're switching out their summer stuff for like the winter stuff. And I got this like really nice shoe. And here's the thing, I'm not into pointed stuff. Like I only have like one shoe that's like pointed and it's nice and red, but like it's kind of cheap, so it's kind of like finally falling apart. So I got this instead, and I like the suede of it. And I never really go for bold colors like this, so I was like, might as well, right? Because here's the thing, I'm always wearing black, always. Okay, I'm always wearing dark colors or neutral colors, and it's like I want to explore my options. That's why the crazy colored, which honestly I really did not expect it to be like this all the damn time. Okay, and even the top, which I've been looking for neon stuff for a long time that I wanted to wear. So there's that. Also, what I'm wearing, I recently got from AliExpress is a fitness trainer. Now this is one where you would have to like actually hook it in. There's like 4 hooks. I'm not gonna like unzip it because my god, it took me a long ass time to put this on. So I suggest you go a size down, your regular size. I'm pretty sure if I got a medium, I would have an easier time putting on the medium. However, I normally wear a size medium minus waist wise, I'm like a size medium. And what's the point of wearing a waist trainer if you're going to wear the same exact size that you normally wear? So I went a size down to the small, and besides the struggle to get in, now I don't feel comfortable in it. And as I'm working out, I'll be wearing this as well. Um, it's definitely fixing up my posture. That's why I feel more, I don't know, bigger up here. But anyway, I like it. It's nice and snug. Took a long ass time to put it on. So keep that in mind when you go a size down if you're like really into that stuff. So yeah, look at me being a fashion over girl. Never, never. Anyway, what else? So let's start with like maybe skincare. So I got the Genevieve thick moisturizing cream, and it's the thick one from Normal to Dry. And here's the thing, I love them. So I even got like the moisturizing cleanser. I don't like it as much because I don't know, maybe because I'm so used to using soaps that like suds up that I feel like I'm putting on lotion on my damn face when I'm washing it. So I don't know, I haven't seen any results because I'm using other stuff anyways. And I also got the moisturizing cream as well, but in the lightweight formula, and that I use all over my body. But here's the thing, I prefer thick stuff on my skin, like thick lip butters, which reminds me, I have a lip butter that I have for my face, and thick creams. Like I know I have some shea butter upstairs, some white African shea butter upstairs. Like I don't know, I don't know. I feel like if it's not thick enough, then I'm not getting, my dry skin isn't being healed or something. And I feel like here's the thing, don't quote me on this. I just tested out the that Bobbi Brown moisturizing cream slash primer that's cost $60. I tried that in store and it feels so good on my skin, y'all. But at the same time, I'm not dropping $60 on some damn primer slash moisturizer. Okay, I might as well do that with Fenty. And here's the thing, I don't like primer. I know. I just hadn't found like the perfect one, but I'm not about to like spend a whole bunch of money on primer. So I prefer to use this as my base on underneath my skin, and it leaves my skin feeling so moisturized, which is exactly what I like after I do my whole entire skin care in the mornings, or like whenever I do wake up to do my makeup, and I put this underneath and I'm like good to go. Sure, my makeup doesn't last that long, especially around here. Since I always wear glasses, it doesn't really matter if I'm wearing makeup or not. So it tends to like lift up here no matter how much I powder. But yeah, there's that. So then we have the Sephora Pro palette, and it's the face one, and it's in the shade Deep. I already did a first impressions on this, and I already worn this, what, 3 times since then? Yo, like I said in my very first impressions video, which I'll link down below, and it's one of my recent videos, the shade Epic is truly epic. It's truly a good contour shade. And here's the thing, it's too deep for me, so I go in mad light, okay? Light as a feather, okay? Light as, I don't know, an angel's feather. And like you tap, tap, tap a little bit. And then you go hand with the, Jet Setter, which is the bronzer shade for here. And like, which is technically, could be like my bronzer shade. I don't know, child. And brush it away. Brush it away so it's not that harsh. Okay, if you are a much deeper skin tone, like I said, this was for you because I love the highlighters. Like there's this shade called Blitz, which I already swatched in like my other video. I love it. And here's the thing, Epic, since it's so deep, I might as well like use it for like, eyeshadow, and as well as to deepen the look. And also for my eyebrows, because sometimes I prefer putting what? Oh yeah. I prefer using Got To Be glue gel, the ones that we use to like lay down our edges slash wigs. If you know, you know. Okay. I like to use this on my eyebrows. And it stays on forever. And so I'd be careful with how I shape it with this, and then I would go in with like a dark eyebrow product, which I most likely use like the shade Epic, and it has a big ass mirror too, just so I can like I don't know, deepen my eyebrows and stuff, and it's like that nice chocolatey brown. It's perfect. So I love this palette so far. I go in with a light hand because of course I'm slightly fairer. I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, child. I'm not like light skin, but at the same time I'm like in the cups of brown skin. Child, I don't know. Either way, I would quite like this a lot. So now that we got this going on, sorry y'all. So where was I before my computer shut down? Oh yeah, so I have like 2 foundations, just in case, my computer didn't like take it. But 2 foundations are similar in color, but from 2 different brands. And that is the Fenty Pure Matte Foundation in the shade 420. Hold on, let me like try to, yeah, 420. And I also got the MAC Studio Fix Foundation in the shade NW 45, and both of them are very similar in color. I feel like in the NC for MAC, like NC 50 maybe, but yeah, I so far like it. I don't like the smell of MAC though. Yeah, it's been a problem. But the last time I got something from MAC, the foundation was too light. That's me trying to listen to people on YouTube, because I realized that MAC, they tend to like to Make black girls, all black girls for some odd reason, NC 45 or something. It's like, really? Because like when I was looking for like something that's similar in tone to like, I don't know, 390, which is what I had in the Fenty, which is still too light. This is like maybe like my winter shade or something. But like I was like, it seems like, why? And it's clearly obvious to me on YouTube that you are not an NC 55. But it seems to me that like all the girls got recommended that shade from MAC, and I was like, come on, MAC. At least they're doing better, right? So there's that. Next, we're moving on to what we all came for, books. Now I'm gonna start with the ones that I got gifted from, and some of it, yeah, I got gifted God's Grave. So I only got the two books, and I think I do like the UK editions. How like they have different colors for the UK edition. All of these are kind of red, but at the same time, I think since I already, I'm to be honest with you, I'm not the type to like buy different editions. Maybe if I'm bougie like that, but I'm not. But so instead, I might correlate the spine like these the pages to be the color of how it is in the UK edition. I know like the last book is like yellow, so if I do like the series and I get the yellow one in like the US edition, I mean the red one in the US edition, I'll probably paint it yellow to the side, I already defaced over the books, right? So we already know about what the Never Night series. Basically, think of a whole house of Slytherins. I heard that Nia, who is like the main character, is going to assassin school to avenge her father who got murdered. And I know she has siblings, and then she has like this weird shadow cat that feeds on her fear. It seems like I've heard some stuff because like when I'm looking at the pages, there's like little margins about like the world building and all that other stuff, like little annotations at the bottom. I feel like that might annoy me, but I feel like I don't know if I should like I don't know going into Nevernight. You guys let me know because I'm not reading anytime soon. But you guys let me know if I should read the book first without the annotations, okay, just straight on through, and for the second read around, then read with the annotations. To be honest, that's what I'm thinking about doing. So you guys let me know, okay, people of BookTube, let me know if I should do that, okay. But I'm definitely going to paint the spines. Look at me defacing my books. The only time I deface books is like highlighting and annotating, but that's it. I never really colored the spines. What other books that I got gifted? Ah, yes. Yes. Where it go? Hold up. So, I got gifted It by Stephen King. Now, I've been wanting to read this book for the longest. I've been spoiled for the longest. I already know, like, there's some weird stuff, like, turns out that the clown, is actually some alien from space, and, like, they all got special powers, and it's actually called The Shining. So, I know that he has a special universe. I know there's many mixed reviews, and people hate it because of how explicit it is. I think it was created when Stephen King was on drugs, and I know that he was, like, he created some crazy stuff during his drug days, according to, like, Stephen King fans. Um, but I can't wait to watch it. I covered it up just in case. I don't know why, but like, yeah, I still live in a religious household, so can't really have ripped it up. So there's that. This was gifted to me. I'm going to annotate the hell out of it. I already know that there's going to be some problems with it. I'm probably going to be some angry. Ooh, text is mad small. Mm, mm, mm. Anyway, I can't wait to finish. To actually start reading this. I might read this like next year because my God, this is like behemoth. I don't think I can read it now. But yeah, this was one of the books gifted to me. Now then, let's start with, hmm, let's start with, should I say, my yeah, let me start with Corinne Slaughter, The Good Daughter. Okay, now, Ellis from Ellis Reads, he was reading this as well, and in fact, it was because of that man who got me into Corinne Slaughter. So I have him to thank for getting me into like all these thrillers and stuff. But my God, this is a genius. I love her so much, so much. And I have like notes for like highlighting, but I think I might stick to like what's a finger highlighter or something. I don't know, child. I'll figure out my annotating later. It's been so long, child. Anyway, so for The Good Daughter, you got like two sisters whose family was they went through some traumatic stuff. I think one of them got what? Yeah, one of them. Okay, so you got, so 28 years ago. Oh my God, there's a spider here, y'all. Okay, so 28 years ago, Charlotte and Samantha Quinn, happy small town family, was torn apart by a terrifying attack on their family home. It left their mother dead. It left their father, Pikesville, notorious defense attorney, devastated. I'm gonna keep that in mind that he's a defense attorney. And left the family fragmented beyond repair, consumed by secrets of the terrible night. 28 years later, Charlie has followed in her father's footsteps to become a lawyer herself, the ideal good daughter. But when violence comes to Pikesville again and a shocking tragedy leaves the whole town traumatized, Charlie is plunged into a nightmare. Not only is she the witness on the scene, the first witness on the scene, but it's a case that unleashes a terrible memory she spent so long trying to suppress, because the shocking truth about the crime that destroyed the family nearly 30 years ago won't stay buried forever. there's lots of twists and turns and stuff. So already I'm thinking that the father, since he's a defense attorney, he probably failed one of his clients, right? And the client decided to like fight back. But what if the wife was having an affair with, one of her father's clients? Kind of like how the rumor of Kris Jenner having an affair with OJ. Anyway, let me stop joking around. Like, what if it's like something like that? Anyway, I have so many theories. I'm gonna actually write down all my theories and see if I was proven about some of them, and I'm gonna like write them down on a note and like kind of like, I don't know, washi tape them to like it. So yeah, this is Current Salader's Good Daughter. I know there's like a, what the hell? There's like this a novella. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. There's like a novella attached to this. I got this from Thrift Books, so never paid full price phone. I know that some people don't like the library edition. This is actually from the San Diego County Library. Oh well, it's mine now. So yeah, this is mine now. So yeah, this is what $4, $4.80 on a good day. I don't know, on the site. So another book that I got is the next book that we have is this book. Now here's the thing. I think I was reading. I think on YouTube, right? Here's the algorithms, y'all. So I was actually watching a YouTube video about the medical history and its bad relationship with black slaves, okay, especially with black women. And I saw in the margins, how like on YouTube now they can like suggest things related to like your video, whether it be like an ad or like a book or whatever, whatever is related to it. And I see this book pop up, and I was like, now this has been recommended to me before because of some other reasons. I forgot, but I know I've seen this book cover somewhere. But y'all, I can't wait to read this. Okay, Medical Apprehended: The Dark History of Medical Experimentation on Black Americans from Colonial Times to the Present by Harriet A. Washington. Okay, and this is a nonfiction book that I can't wait. Oh, and they have pictures. I did not see this, but okay. But basically, this is the first full history of Black America's shocking mistreatment as experimental subjects at the heart of the medical establishment. Shocking, sobering, and intensely consequential in its exploitations. So yeah, and I can't wait to read this because I've been wanting to like educate myself about it. And I know that there's a few documentaries I actually want to read, actually watch about it. Like for example, oh my goodness, I cannot believe I'm blanking out on this girl's name. I think it also starts with it. I think her last name starts with a T, but they still are using her cells to this day for cancer treatments. My God, I cannot believe I'm blanking out on it because I know that Oprah did a movie on this. Child, I'm blanking out. Y'all, I just got home from school and from picking up my dad, and child, I'm tired. Okay. I just want to like stop this video and take out my damn bra and like, I don't know, just go to damn bed. But next, we got two hotly anticipated books. Now, don't you like these colors? I like these colors. It reminds me of like spooky Halloween, but instead of like orange and stuff, you got like purple and green, which I like. Now then, can you guess what this one is? It's really hotly anticipated. This author is white. Was born in Jerusalem, went to Yale, and this is actually her first young adult. No, not her young adult, but this is her first new adult, or maybe adult, depends on which category you would put this book in. This is one of her new adults. This is her first time creating a new adult book, since she mostly writes YA. And yeah, it's Lee Bardugo, The Ninth House. So here's the thing. I love hardback, but like the thing is with the sleeves, sometimes I can't stand the whole, like for example, like I'm okay if it's like a library where like it's laminated and like it's not budging anywhere, but like if it's a book that I personally own and it's hardback, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to like deface it or something, or like get rid of the sleeve or something. But yeah, and I like how it has like this little compass. I wish it had a snake on the front as well, but it has it on the inside. But at this point, almost everybody has this book or has talking about it, or I know that there's a lot of booktube stuff going on around this book. And it's very interesting because she went to Yale herself, so she must have got it down packed. And the thing is, I read like the first prologue in Barnes and Noble to see if I might like it, and I'm like, I'm intrigued. I was gonna wait for like the library, but impulse buying. So never buy things at full price because what this one was like, what? Oh yeah. So I put the price here. It was $27.99 at Barnes and Nobles. I probably would have gotten about 30% off because I'm a member. But at the same time, online it was like what, $16.49. So I saved a lot of money. And this is the book club edition. So they have like discussion questions in the back. I'm not sure. Comment down below if your book version has that and it's not from the Barnes and Noble stuff. But yeah, basically I decided to like put the cover on the front and yeah, and the synopsis inside. So that way it's like out of my way. Now then, the color that I used, I wish I had it somewhere. It's lost somewhere. I gave it to somebody else. But this is actually a glow in the dark purple. But you need a black light to show it off. So I wish again I went to Michael's for the paint. I wish I got like some kind of paint that I could mix with it to glow in the dark. But here's the thing, I'm not sure what certain chemicals might work together or not, so you do it, you try it on your own. But I really like this purple, y'all. I really like this purple. I don't like how it kind of turned out because again, it spent a long time separating the pages, and now it's kind of look a bit furry to be honest. But I don't mind it. I wish I had a black light to like turn off all the lights and like have it glow in the dark, but I don't, and that's my fault for doing that. But at this point, you got okay, Galaxy Stern, who aka Alex, who was previously a drug addict. She can see ghosts. Now she's chosen to be going to Yale as a first year student, and there's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's a murder. Is it a ghost or not? We don't know. Um, I know that there's like 9 different sororities. No, not sororities, but like I would say Greek or Italian houses. I think that's what it is. At first, I thought it was based on astrology, but I guess it's not. But there's a murder that goes on, and I know that some people are saying that it's brutal. So I'm like, I think this is the one Lee Bardugo book that I actually might read all the way through, all the way to shade. So there's that. I probably won't read it in time for all the book discussions. I might like comment on after all the live streams are over. There's also another book that has different live streams going on for it, and that is wait. Yes. This is his second book. Okay, it's a he. There's this nice shifty. I wish y'all could see it, but like I'll insert like Instagram like stories of how it shifts from like a lime green to like a yellow. I really like this paint for this, but like this is actually his second book, and it's actually a adult book. His previous books was actually a YA book, a really popular one. It was mad short, also greenish stuff on the cover. It had a movie, and let's see. What else? Yeah, there was a really popular movie. Mostly all of them are white. That narrows it down, right? That's shade. My bad. So most of them are white, obviously. Let's see. What's another hint? 2 boys, 1 girl. I'm sorry, my mind went places. And the movie stars Emma Watson, the same girl who plays Hermione in Harry Potter. So can you guess? So the author is Stephen Chbosky, and his new book is Imaginary Friend, and he is the one who created Perks of Being a Wallflower. And I actually have that book. I've had that book for years and still hasn't read it, despite how freaking short it is. But just like the other one, Lee Bardugo, I just posted like the book cover in front and author images to the front. And you know what the craziest thing about like both of these books, besides the fact that they both take place in like real places, like for example, like this takes place in what, Mill Creek, PA, and I live in Delaware, so that's like an hour and 31 minutes away from me. So who knows? Maybe after I read this book, I might take a trip and visit all the streets that he's been on. I don't know, child. I'm scared. Anyway, the fact that it's so close to me. Anyway, so we have like this family who is escaping an abusive ass husband. They flee and they try to start a new life in a new town. And one of the boys named Christopher, he's not that smart, okay, at first. And but then he goes missing for a few days actually, or was it months? I don't know, for a few months or a few days. Either way, he's gone, okay. And poor girl, she's probably thinking that it's a baby dad or something that done did something to them because it was a very abusive relationship. And so, but he returns. Now he's slightly smarter than ever. He's a whole lot more smarter than ever. But he's has this fixation on like building this tree house. Otherwise, people are gonna die, according to him. And there's some creepy paranormal like stuff. I know that there's a lot of people who agree, according to the reviews, both on video and like on Goodreads. There's a lot of people who believe that it's so good until the ending part. Like the last few pages is like a letdown to the many people who loved it. Okay, so have that as a caution, okay, while you are trying to like I don't know, maybe deface your own book. But yeah, I can't wait to read that. I probably won't be able to get to it at the end of this year, but hey, if I do, I do. I also have another nonfiction book, but I'm gonna save that for last because that's like kind of a discussion, maybe. Okay, and then Soccer Story. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is part of one of these Naruto novels that are coming out slowly but surely. In fact, there's already like a few Naruto novels that are coming out that hasn't been translated yet. So I watch like these anime YouTube channels who when they have different discussions about the manga and like the stories that are being published and as well as the anime, the new Boruto shows and all that stuff. Listen, I'm not into Boruto. Maybe I might just like skip all the way to the time traveling part, to be honest, because I'm mad hype about that part. But yeah, I already mentioned that I already have like both Itachi stories, Daylight and Midnight, babe. But you know who was babe before all of these people, all the Uchihas at least? Sakura. Now this is actually Sakura's story about how Basically, it's Sakura story called Love Riding the Spring Breeze. The Great Ninja War did not only harm adults, but it left many damaged children behind. Medical ninja Sakura travels the land, opening clinics dedicated to healing children of the mental trauma they experience. She learns a series of attacks against Konoha, and her investigation leads to an impossible conclusion. Sasuke is a terrorist. That's the mind behind them all. Using her skills and her heart, Sakura strives to clear Sasuke's names and bring the real persecutor to justice. So, I love Sakura. My love for Sasuke has diminished. I might talk about it in a completely separate video because I could go on and on about the Uchihas and how much I'm a hoe for them. You know, a big ass hoe. A big old freak for them. Like, I'm not about to, like, maybe for another day, but I will eventually record myself ranting and raving about all the fan fiction dedicated to like the Naruto franchise, more specifically Sakura centered. They're always Sakura centered, and her being paired with like different Uchihas and different characters off of Naruto because I love this girl so much. Maybe because I see myself in her, and because she's like the first character that I fell in love with on like the Naruto franchise. Mainly because I love Pink back then, and it's like as I look past the superficial, I love her for who she is. But they better stop disrespecting my girl for real. If you're a Naruto fan and you know that there's a lot of hate against my girl Sakura Haruno, it's a lot. Okay, so this is actually part unboxing because I got more books. Yay! So let me actually cut this shit open. And this is also from the books, but wait. And I know there's another Naruto book here, and I think I might get the Sasuke one, but I'm not interested. Really not. I'm gonna have to like wait for some more because I know that there's currently a new Sasuke's book novel that hasn't been published yet. Well, it's been published in Japan, so it hasn't made it to like America yet. So till that day comes, maybe, just maybe, when I see enough reviews, I might just get it. So let's see. Oh yeah, so I have The Woman in the Window by AJ Finn. Now then, you have this one girl who's really paranoid. I forgot what it's called. But she's an unreliable narrator. Like she spies on everybody, but she's also a drinker. She can't really leave the house because of something that was really traumatizing to her that happened. And I got it in like the cheapest form, so that's why it's all beat up. But I don't mind. This one I can't wait to. Oh wait, hold up! It's gonna be a movie soon. Okay, okay, authors, get your coins and everything. So yeah, I can't wait to read this and also listen to the audiobook. I don't know. Sometimes it's always creepy with the audiobooks with thrillers, so I don't know. Maybe because I'm a kindergarten nerd like that. I can't wait to get into this that one. Um, oh, here's the other Naruto book. My other bae, who, geez, how long have I been like shipping Sakura and Kakashi together? I think I've been shipping them together since it was around the time during the war arc a few years ago when Naruto was kind of coming to a close, and there was a whole bunch of memes around that time. And one of the memes that showed up that actually got me interested in seeing, you know, Sakura and Kakashi as a couple. It was one of the memes where it shows like this white woman who's a ginger, right? Hopefully I'll be able to find it. And basically, she's out here sipping tea, all nice and calm, but there's chaos going on behind her. And the meme basically says, while the Saku and Sasu shippers and Naru and Saku's shippers go at each other. Meanwhile, you got Kakashi and Sakura shippers out here sipping peacefully, and that shit made me laugh. I'm gonna have to like hunt down that meme because it had me bawling. And then at first I was like, let me actually go into the deep dive and let me look up all the fan art because normally that's what I do. I go for the fan art first before I go to fan fiction. And I'm not gonna lie, the fan art usually gets me into the fan fiction because sometimes the fan art is based on the fan fiction. So I was like, okay, okay, I might just read it. But basically, it's his time during Hokage. Yo, Kakashi is that guy. He's like that one sensei that everybody loves. He's like the most beloved characters in Naruto. Like y'all don't understand, okay? And when he became Sixth Hokage, like I'm so proud of him because he's been through some shit in his life, from like his father committing suicide and him being a prodigy and being left alone at the age of 6, and like damn near everybody he cares about dies. Like he killed his best friend with a shindori, Rin, and he thought that Obito died because of his negligence of being, you know, a team player, because he was so against in part being a team, right? And that's why he's so like, what's his, oh my goodness, what's his favorite model? So his favorite model is like those who fail. I think those who fail a mission are scum, but those who abandon them, but those who abandon his friends are worse than scum. I think that's how it is. I'm pretty sure I'm fucking it up, but he's bae, okay, and like to see him going from PTSD that he's not really dealing with, and like, and like I remember those days, like going around with my friends, at the time, and like how we would just talk and see, like, especially it was around that one episode back in Naruto, not like Naruto Shippuden, but way back to when we had to like find out like what was behind Kakashi's mask. He's always wearing a damn mask, and after so many years, but it took him what, y'all? It took Naruto 20 something, probably 21 years to reveal Kakashi's face. My God, I was like, That's my man. That's my man. Like, let me not be a hoe. But like, okay, let me like really get into this. Okay, so Kakashi's story. Lately in the frozen sky, a year has passed since the fourth great ninja war, and Kakashi's appointment as Hokage looms. But first, he heads to the land of waves for a dangerous mission, rescuing hostages from a top secret airship. There, he confronts a ninja whose heart is frozen by tragedy. Having lost both his friend's eye and his greatest ability, Ken Kakashi could protect anyone from his cold-hearted foe. Um, what is the true meaning of the will of fire gained in the distant heavens? Kakashi finds these answers and more as he enters a new ninja era. And here's the thing, I really okay. So when I'm like reading like fan fiction about Kakashi and Sakura, of course, I realize that I kind of prefer the ones where he's Hokage. He's already like the sixth Hokage, and like Sakura is like there, doing her thing, and it's like a nice transition. It's like, oh, look at him being nice and warm after being so battered and beaten and shit. I'm like, and like, and I'm not gonna lie, I did cry so many times during those times that we all thought that he was dead, and I was like, we lost Neji. We lost Neji. You're not about to take Kakashi away from us, but yo, like I feel like if Naruto really wanted to, they could have gone full on Game of Thrones on us during that war arc. But like they kind of dropped the ball on the war arc. But there's so many videos complaining about it. I'm not about to add my 2 cents. All I gotta say is Madara was done dirty, and this is what happens when you have an overpowered villain in any anime, and then you try to like off them off pathetically with the power of friendship and shit. No, no, do that villain justice. To me, I consider Madara an anti-villain, but that's neither here nor there. He's making pussies wet every day. Anyway, so what next? Speaking of Game of Thrones, I actually have the paperback version of this. I actually have the mass book production, like the mass paperback, like the little tiny ones. Okay, I don't like the tiny ones. I wanted the big ones in paperback form instead of the mass market ones. So I decided to like slowly replace all my other ones, starting with Game of Thrones. I'm gonna like rewrite some of my annotations to where I left off, and then continue on with this book because I can't with the mass paperback. Like when I was saving money at the time, it was good, but like no, I'm sorry, I cannot. I might as well do the same thing with the Discovery of Witches, but not at this time because I'm not interested. And still hasn't made it through. I think I made it 2/3 of the way in like the second book of the Discovery of Witches, and I know it's gonna be like a new Showtime show. No, 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 not now, but one day I will tackle this. And I feel like maybe because it's in this form instead of the little mass paperback. Hi dad. I'm recording some. Yeah, I have to like definitely get rid of it. But yeah, I got this for like so cheap on Thrift Books Online. I love that store now. Up next, what other books do we have? Oh yeah, so two more. Actually, yeah. Oh, so I have another neon like book that I'm probably gonna use the same color, the shifting one. I know I just had it too. Oh well. Oh yeah. This paint, the same one that I used for the imaginary friend. I'm gonna use it on this one as well. We got A Brief History of Seven Killings by Marlene James, the same person who made the book of Night Woman, and as of recently, the so-called Black Game of Thrones is not. I'm still struggling with it. Yes. We're almost at the end of the year, and I still haven't finished reading it, even though I got this earlier on in the year. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to like restart or like start at my I'm like 2 hours left on the audiobook. I might as well like pump it through because I got a lot of stuff to say. I think it's a 3 star. Whatever. I'm not one about. I don't like rating books, even though I hadn't finished it. I don't like it when other people do it, so I'm not about to do that, even though I really want to. So, because that's not fair to like the author or something. But yeah. But here's his other books that is more like a 3 star according to like the average on Goodreads. But like basically, um, on December 3rd, 1976, 2 days before Bob Marley was to play the Smile Jamaica concert, seven gunmen stormed the singer's house that attacked, wounded Marley and his wife, manager, and his manager. Little was officially released about the gunmen, but much has been whispered, gossiped, and sung on the streets of West Kingston. In A Brief History of Seven Killings, novelist Marlon James recreates that dangerous, unstable time as he defiantly as he driftly explores the lives of a host of unforgettable characters: gunmen, drug dealers, one-night stands, CIA agents, even ghosts. After the course of 30 years. Okay. I didn't know about the whole 30 years. I thought it was like around just that time frame, but okay. The result is a gripping and irresistible novel of power and mystery and insight. So, he's Jamaican, so I know that based on his other interviews, because when I was trying to understand, um, of Black Leopard Red Wolf, I stumbled upon his other interviews where he was talking about his other books, and I know he said that he was a kid at the time when the killing happened, and how he was really shocked about all this stuff, and like I believe he said, you realize how much your parents protect you from this stuff because he didn't know all this stuff. He was watching Elmo and all that stuff, and when as an adult, when he's like researching this for like this book, he's like, all of this was happening in my country. Oh no. And he I know he fled Jamaica because he is a gay man and it's not allowed in Jamaica, but yeah. So I can't wait to read this. And last but not least, where to go? I just had okay. So my bad. So this is actually another nonfiction book, and it's called "Is Marriage for White People? How the African American Marriage Decline Affects Everyone." Ralph Richard Banks, who is, I think he's a professor at Howard University. So basically, let's see, where to go. Oh, so here's the synopsis. So here's the thing, what got me interested in this book. So I think I was watching a video by the Pink Pill. I think that's the name of her channel. I'm so sorry. I think it's either Chrissy, who's another colorism channel dedicated to Black women, and then you have the Pink Pill, who's more about hypergamy for Black women. I love her. I've started to like binge watch her stuff, and I love her so much, and she's so beautiful, y'all. Anyway, so she was talking about she was actually talking to another author who also wrote a book about interracial romance, and how basically she referenced this book, and how the author was talking about colorism and marriage within the Black community, with darker skinned Black women dating, about how they're unmarriageable, which is fucking ridiculous actually, and how our standards are too high. But basically, let me just get into the synopsis. But basically, Black women have been told that their standards are too high. They worry that if they want to be married and or not, it's their own fault. Some have come to believe that their only options are a troubled relationship or no relationship. See, I love these glasses. Okay, and some women of other races don't imagine that Black women's lives can enable them to understand their own. They're all wrong, and it's written in all bold letters. They're all wrong. And here's the thing, and what got me into it was because it's actually a Black man talking about the issues of Black women, and how people within the Black community are dead wrong about Black women, and their relationship with marriage. So it's nice to hear from an educated Black man's perspective. And the thing is like I remember on the live stream when they were talking about it, is like I don't know what sparked it. What sparked that whole live stream discussion? Oh yeah, so there was another author by the name of child, I don't know. It's a light-skinned Black lady. Okay, she caused a whole lot of discourse on Twitter, on Black Twitter, where shit always happens. But basically, she was basically promoting how Black women should date outside of the race more because it's more beneficial to them. So it caused a lot of discourse and all that stuff. A lot of people started to go into it, and I noticed that they were bringing up that one statistic that they keep bringing up. It's like a pictogram of the percentage of Black women and Black men getting together, but it doesn't show like the marriage rates. And like they were discussing how, if you actually read the article, it shows a completely different story of, and how stop letting other Black people gaslight Black women into like staying within the race when their own race don't respect them, right? So it was a whole topic about that, right? And they were referencing this guy, this Black man who was dating a Black woman, basically telling them like, hey, what they were saying about like Black women being unmarriageable or bed wenches and all that other fucking crap is dead wrong. So that's what really got me interested, and now I have to read it. So it's a nonfiction one. I'm definitely gonna have all my notes. Oh yeah, so here's a bit more about the author. Basically, he is a professor of law at Stanford Law School. He teaches family law, race and the law, and employment discrimination law. Okay, so he knows his stuff. And I remember what really got me interested was at some point in time they were referencing, they were talking about colorism, and he as a Black man was discussing colorism. And speaking of colorism within the Black community, y'all notice how when other Black men talk about colorism and how it affects Black women, you hear nothing but crickets. You hear, like, for example, Beyonce knows father. Honestly, F him, but like, because he still exhibits the same colors, things that he was preaching about. But at the same time, it's like, I don't see a lie here, but nobody's talking about it. Especially like, but let it be us, who talks about colorism. All of a sudden, it's a huge problem. All of a sudden, everybody got a mouth to speak, including the Black men. But when a Black man says it, nothing. Anyway, that is it. This is gonna be a long ass video that I'm gonna have to like edit, cut down, and all that other jazz. Hopefully you guys like it. Hopefully I'll be able to edit it down. And yeah, that's it. Bye. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. See if you like any of these books that I mentioned. All of these books can be found like on Goodreads if you want. Read a book.